Pitt Panthers are with us. Jamel Artis, James Robinson represent the student athletes. Coach Jamie Dixon is here. We're going to ask him to make a statement on the game, and then we will take questions for all three gentlemen from Pitt. Jamie, please.
Well, I'm proud of our people, our players, and how hard they played, how hard they worked this week in preparing and getting ready, and our effort was remarkable. I'm proud of what we did. I'm disappointed in the loss, but we battled, we played, we defended, and just came down to making some shots or not making some shots and getting to the free throw line. But we played hard. We played together. We played smart, and we give Wisconsin credit. But I'm proud of these guys. I'm proud of James, our seniors, our three graduate seniors as well. They came here and got an opportunity to play in the tournament. But we came up short, and I think the rebounding got away from us in the second half, and I thought that was a big part of it.
Questions for all three gentlemen, starting right here, and that'll be two. Go.
James, can you kind of walk us through that last play where it looked like maybe you ran into Mike a little bit coming down the lane?
Yeah, that's pretty much it. I got the rebound. It was about 10 seconds on the clock, and I would, just try to get, a good shot. And I just ran into my own teammate. So
in that situation, do you have like a go-to thing you're looking for there?
just get the best shot. I mean, obviously, I didn't mean to run into him. He didn't mean to run into me. It just happened. And that's what it came down to.
Second row.
Jamie, this start, and even for Jamel too, the start to the second half, 16 fouls in the first minute and a half of the half. Jamel, I guess first for you and then for you, Coach, kind of what did you see out there in the change for the 6 fouls, and did that kind of change the game plan? Because you guys controlled the tempo, I think, pretty well in the first half, but it kind of slipped in the second.
Yeah, I mean, obviously it was a drastic change, and you just got to play through it. But we had the lead plenty of times later after that, so we had opportunities and situations, and you got to play through some adversity, and that certainly was some adversity, and we did, and we put ourselves in position to win it a number of times, but we didn't get it done. So. Our goal was to get to the foul line more than they did, but they got to the foul line more.
Jamel, comment on on your foul trouble?
Yeah, the fouls was very key in the second half, but that didn't lose us the game. Like I said, we had a lot of opportunities to win in the game. So, like you said, we got to fight through adversity, and I think we did that, and we got ourselves back in the game. It was like a little rebounds and stuff like that. We got to hit free throws at the end, basically.
Jamie, what about the way the game went, or what you thought about the matchup? You don't like a guy like Ryan Luther, who might be able to make some shots when the points are so hard to come by?
Yeah, we were really concerned about holding Hayes in check, and that was what we really wanted to look at. I thought we did a pretty good job of that. Hap got going a little bit. We went with guys that were playing good defense, and we really felt that we had to hold them down and hold those two guys down specifically. So 32% from the field, we did a good job of that, and but we certainly could have done some other things better.
Jamie, when you guys had a couple of opportunities in the second half where you took like a 5-point lead, and then it seemed like it was a 5-point lead for 4 or 5 minutes. How frustrating is it when you have a lead and you kind of have control and you can't add to it?
Couple open looks. Shots you want to get, you want to take, and they didn't go down. And that was, you recognize that where we could have broke it open a little bit. And I know the one in front of our bench that Cameron had, and another open three that we had, another mid-range shot. Obviously those were big. Kept them around. We wanted to increase that lead, but the execution was good. You hope you're going to shoot it a little bit better, and we didn't, and not well enough to do it. But again, we outshot them from the field. They got the rebounds going in the second half, and that's really probably, I think, what got away from us.
All the way back left.
Coach Dixon, you guys hold Koenig and Hayes in check, but Ethan Happ had 15 points, 12 in the second half. What did you think of his play, especially in that second half?
Well, I mean, I think obviously the fouls early were put them in a situation, and they were in bonus, a minute into the half. So it really was an interesting situation to deal with. But he's a very good player. He's got. We wanted to limit his touches. We did a pretty good job, especially in the first half. But second half, he seemed to get a lot more isolations in the post and hurt us around the basket with some tough finishes.
This is for Jamie and Jamal. Jamel, I know it's tough right after a loss, but for Jamie, what has James meant to your program over the last 4 years? And Jamel, what's it been like playing with James for the last 3 years?
Jamel, you start, and then we'll go to Coach.
I actually been knowing James my whole life, so seeing him progress every year and seeing him being the leader on the floor is very crucial to me. So I just learn from him every day in practice. He's a great player. Hopefully he's one of the underrated guards in this league. So I hope the best for him. And my year with him here is great. Awesome times with him.
Again, I talked to the team afterwards and really addressed James and his importance and just the thankfulness I have for having the ability to coach him for 4 years and what he's done. His character, his unselfishness, his dedication, simply remarkable. And I think everybody knows it, and we can't say enough. And I think our players know it, and they feel it. And I think they really wanted more, I think, to win for him and the other three seniors more than anybody.
Right down there, left-hand side.
Yeah, Jamie, you held them to, 8 points? With about 5 minutes left in the first half, and then it seems like they get a bigger lead going into halftime. What happened those last few minutes?
They hit the three. We made a mistake defensively on that. We got that hurt us. That obviously got it to 6. We didn't finish at the end as well, and so that caught up to us. But they're going to make some shots, and that 3 was big going into halftime. But it still gave us a 6-point lead, kept the 6-point lead, and that was simply a breakdown. We knew what we wanted to do. We didn't do it.
Jamie, you said you were going to use a lot of different guys on Hayes, and I counted at least 5. How did that go during the game with the switching off, and how do you think you guys did in shutting him down?
Yeah, well, he went 3 for 17. So I mean, we thought that was what was going to be a key for us, and I thought we did a great job of that. We didn't allow him to get around the basket. He got his points really from the free throw line, and I thought we defended those well, and so it was. That's what we wanted to do. I mean, we just got to, we held them to 32%. So defensively, we did the things we needed to do. I just think you got to shoot it better from the free throw line. You got to make a couple open threes a little bit more, and certainly that would have been a difference. But the rebounding, I mentioned, I know a couple times, but we're up 6 on the rebounds in the first half, and we end up getting out rebounded by 7 in the second half. And they seem to get the ones tipped out of bounds, the caroms, and those hurt us.
James, team only has 6 assists. Now, you had 4 of them, but one of the better assist teams in the ACC and in the country. What kind of happened there? Was it just, the pace, the tempo, the way that Wisconsin was playing defense? Why didn't you guys have more assists tonight?
I don't think we were, overly selfish when we was on offense. I think we were finding the open guy. I think it just came down to us missing some shots that, we would normally make. And I think that's pretty much what it came down to.
Front row.
Jamie, what needs to happen to get this program back to the point where it's a Sweet 16 team, which had become sort of the norm?
We got to win a game win tonight's game and win the next game. I mean, we're in position, and we didn't get it done. So, we got to get better. I mean, we get a lot of teams are lost today. A lot of good teams that had great seasons, and they won't be in Sweet 16. So. You can be as good as you want, but you got to win 2 in the first weekend, and you got to make some plays. But certainly, we were in position. We were good enough to win this, but we didn't. And we're going to get. As I talk to our guys about the things we can learn with all the returning guys that we have, we've got to look at this as an opportunity to improve on some things going forward.
Jamie, real quick, is that a fair starting point standard for where this program, your expectations are for it to be a team that's playing on the second weekend or the second week every year?
I mean, you know, that's obviously that gets made so mad. I mean, is Michigan State now they didn't win today, so does that make them your standard? I mean, you know, it comes down to a tournament, one game. I mean, we were in position to do it, we didn't get it done. I mean, we're never satisfied in any loss, so this was a loss, and standard or no standard, we're not satisfied.
Back right, over here.
Coach Dixon, I see you sitting there. I think you're looking at the stat sheet, and you're shaking your head. What are you looking at?
I mean, I mentioned it 3 or 4 times, the rebounds, so we'll go back to that one. Rebounds. We were up 6 in the first half, and then we ended up down 1, so we got rebound by 7.
You let a game like this stick with you?
I mean, I don't know. I'll let you know. I mean, we'll see how it plays out. But you know, I feel for James. I feel for the seniors. I mean, we really talked to those guys, the 3 seniors, the graduate seniors, and they didn't play a lot of minutes, but they were critical to our program and to giving us depth and giving us attitude and work ethic. And so, you know, really that's the thing that sticks with me more than anything, and will.
Anything else for the gentleman from Pitt? Okay, gentlemen, thank you
All
very
right,
much for your time.
Thank you.